Just months ago, Hytale was dead. A once beautiful passion project consumed with corporate greed and abandoned by Riot Games. This set the community ablaze with a furious sorrow, rallying them to have someone save the unreleased but already beloved IP. And after a painstaking silence, Hytale was reacquired and revived by its original creators and then rapidly launched into early access on January 13th, 2026. The curse had been broken. This isn't simply the story of a comeback. It's the legendary foundation supporting how Hytale could become one of the greatest games of all time. To understand what's really happening, we have to rewind to December of 2018. A trailer dropped, and hype immediately won over gamers everywhere. It depicted a blocky, sandbox world, but it held a level of life, detail, and ambition that felt eons ahead of its inspiration. This was Hytale, a brand new game from Hypixel, the renowned team behind the world's biggest and most popular Minecraft server. For years, they'd settled for pushing Minecraft to its limits, building wildly entertaining minigames for millions. But they were always fighting against the technical limitations of an engine that was never intended to accomplish what they always dreamt of. Hytale was their answer, their vow. It was pitched as the ultimate sandbox RPG, a game that would fuse the endless creativity of Minecraft with the deep combat and storytelling of an adventure RPG. It told of sprawling, procedurally generated worlds, dynamic dungeons, and of course, epic boss battles. Additionally, as a nod to give back to aspiring creators behind Hypixel's team, it pledged powerful, easy-to-use creator tools that would let anyone build and share their own mods and minigames without knowing a single line of code. For a community that had spent years building upon Minecraft's foundation, Hytale instantly felt like home. It wouldn't just be a Minecraft clone, it would become the next iteration, built by the people who understood such potential better than anyone. The hype we all felt was so real. Our expectations were sky high, and Hytale's 2021 release loomed just around the corner. Or so we thought. A trailblazer's path to glory has never been without its obstacles, and Hytale's has been riddled with them upon forking roads. In April of 2020 came the announcement of a major turning point in Hytale's history. Hypixel Studios had been acquired by Riot Games, the gaming giant behind League of Legends. On paper, it sounded like a dream. The once small, passionate team now had the backing of a known titan. But, as many of you may already know, this buyout was the beginning of the end. The project's scope ballooned beyond control. The original vision for Hytale, built on a custom engine, was scrapped. The team embarked on a massive rewrite of the entire game in C++, a decision made to target PC, consoles, and mobile all at once. The fated 2021 release date came and went. The years that followed ticked by with nothing but a few blog posts and a community left increasingly dejected. The game that was supposed to change everything began to feel like a myth. Then, in June of 2025 came the worst. Riot Games officially announced their cancellation of Hytale and shut down Hypixel Studios. After a decade in development, Hytale was killed. For the millions of fans like myself who had waited so patiently, it was a gut punch. The dream had become a nightmare. Luckily, the story doesn't end there. In a move we've never really seen in this industry, Hytale's original founder, Simon Collins Laflamme, went to plead to Riot for the reacquisition of Hytale. He told us that with no risk, there would be no story. So, he set out to revive what was left. And in November of 2025, he achieved what felt impossible. He bought back the rights to Hytale and Hypixel Studios. The project roared back to life, and once more frenzied the community with excitement, and this time with a totally different game plan. Simon and his team promised to break the curse and hold themselves accountable for their development strategies and actions. They would share everything they could along the way, bringing an end to the drought of news since Hytale's original sale to Riot, and flooding the internet with updates and news, offering the world a glimpse beneath the project's hood. The team swapped to a 4-year-old build of their original engine and made a crucial decision. Release on PC first, then worry about the rest later. Ditching the complicated C++ engine built under Riot and the dream of launching on every platform at once. Their new plan was simple. Release, survive, iterate. They began to rebuild the team from scratch and, in an insane 8-week sprint, prepared Hytale for its first players. They went all in on fixing core systems, squashing thousands of bugs, and on January 13th, 2026, they launched Hytale into early access. The launch was explosive. All this despite, prior to launch, Simon's public statements attempting to keep player expectations low, hoping for the best, but also bracing for the worst. From a business standpoint, that made the most sense. He knew he had taken a massive risk, and with the all-or-nothing mindset he shared so openly, he knew that no matter what he did, the future of Hytale would be decided by its community. The game's release still shattered expectations, proving just how much pent-up demand and love for the IP there was. Even though it was rough around the edges and incomplete, as Simon had told us, the soul of the game was already there and beckoning, waiting for us to come home. People believed in the game, believed in the team behind it, believed in the original vision. Hytale took the gaming world by storm, not as a corporate product, but as the passion project it was always meant to be. So what is it about this early access version of Hytale that has everyone so jazzed? At first glance, to someone who knows nothing about it, it looks a lot like Minecraft. It's a world made of blocks, you wander around gathering resources, you survive against wildlife and fantastical enemies, you build to your heart's content. But as you're playing, you realize Hytale is so much more than just another block game. Let's start with combat. Minecraft's combat is simple at best. Swing your sword erratically, block, shoot your bow, run, very A to B. But Hytale's feels more dynamic, like a modern action RPG. There are both light and heavy attacks with each weapon. Battling feels lightning fast if you leap in with dual-wield daggers, hacking and slashing and leaping about. Or it can be reminiscent of what we're familiar with, boasting a sword and shield combo that integrates shield bashing. Not to mention, there's also a stamina gauge that you have to monitor, because you do not want to be out of breath and unable to defend yourself. Additionally, each weapon has an ultimate that charges throughout battle, adding another fun layer of strategy to every fight. Crafting also got a major upgrade. You don't have to worry about memorizing recipes on a grid. In Hytale, if you have the right materials and station, you can easily select the item from a menu and craft it. Speaking of stations, Hytale offers tiered crafting stations, similar to Valheim or Conan Exiles, where you upgrade each to unlock crafting recipes for better tools and gear, giving you a tangible sense of progression. But the single biggest distinction, the ace in the hole that changes everything, is how Hytale handles its community and its creators. This was always the Hypixel team's secret weapon. In Minecraft, they were innovators. They had ideas beyond what it could handle, and they sought to create regardless. Hytale was built from day one to allow creators the ability to go wild, positioning it as not just a game, but as a platform and an engine. Even in this early state, with cute signs that literally say "work in progress," the world already feels more alive than Minecraft back in its alpha days. Or dare I say it, vanilla Minecraft now. The animations are smoother, the landscapes are more vibrant, and there's still that nostalgic sense of adventure that pulls you forward, with only more to come as each update drops. So, will Hytale really become one of the greatest games of all time? I think it will. It has promise and guts and a team built on perseverance, key ingredients to success. Remember, Minecraft itself started as a super barebones alpha. It blew up because of the community, the mods, the servers, and the insane creations that took the game places its own developers never could have imagined alone. Servers like Hypixel were a massive part of that. Hytale's story may have begun a decade ago, but its current state doesn't represent the final product. Even with that in mind, it comes with built-in tools and quality-of-life features that are far ahead of what Minecraft had in its early days. The team is already shipping updates at a breakneck speed, with significant updates dropping days and weeks after launch with smaller pre-release patches teasing incredible new features and fixes. The game is already getting compared to other early access hits like Valheim and Terraria, games that hooked players with a perfect blend of survival, crafting, and adventure. Hytale takes that same formula and blends it with the total freedom of a block-based world and creator-first game design. Its biggest challenge will be shaking the scars of its long and painstaking development history and the idea that it's just another Minecraft clone. From what we've seen so far, it's less like Minecraft and more like a loving, thoughtful evolution. A game that feels like a wish list of everything players have always wanted it to be. If both Hytale's community and its developers run in tandem with these powerful tools the same way they did with Minecraft, it has a real shot of not just competing with its predecessor, but stepping out of its shadow and surpassing it into GOAT status. Hytale's story is a testament to what a small team with a clear vision can do. After a decade of waiting, a corporate buyout, a cancellation, and the miracle revival, the game is finally in our hands. It's not finished. It's not perfect, but its blinding potential is impossible to ignore. This isn't just another sandbox game. It's the foundation for a new generation of creativity. It's a promise for something greater. Do you think Hytale has what it takes to become the very best? Like no one ever was. Or will it be forever another game that looks like Minecraft? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'm sticking with Hytale, its devs, and its community for the long haul, just as I have from the start, and I'm having a blast after only 1 month of early access. If you haven't gotten Hytale yet, consider using my creator code, Mirthrive, when you purchase. I'll include a link below. Until next time, thank you so much for being here, for being awesome, and for being you. Bye!